Hi manifestors, happy Monday. I have tried to shoot this video like twice already and not having it gone well. I've got 18 minutes. Hopefully I can get it all in there. Um, Welcome, first of all. Welcome to my channel. This is Attraction Manifestors. This is a place where we hang out in sacred space to discuss the law of attraction manifestation techniques. And today I wanted to talk about how to know what direction you're going with the law of attraction. So the law of attraction can get you what you want, but it can just as easily get you what you don't want. And when people are practicing with it and you're saying the law of attraction is not working, it's working just fine. It's just getting you what you don't want. So how do we get around that? That's the question. So let's take a deep breath right now. Just bring yourself fully present into your body, ready to receive whatever message is coming to you from your own spirit, spirit guides, whatever, whoever is on your side in the spirit world, because we are here about spiritual reality being on your side and not against you. So keep in mind about that. So if everything is falling apart and you're always scared, you're always waiting for the other shoe to drop, I might take a piece of paper or Google Doc, Google Sheet, write down how you are thinking, how you're feeling and what you're thinking at like several times a day. Do this. And also write down the times of the day when something important happens. Either you got good news, you got bad news, something happened that you wanted, that you've been hoping for, something happened that kind of knocked you sideways, like all those things, write them down and do this maybe for a week and you will see some patterns happening. Now, the other thing that I want to share with you to kind of like as a diagnostic tool to show yourself where you're going with the law of attraction. This is actually a chapter from the Bible, and whenever I'm going to mention any kind of sacred text from any religion, it's going to be the Bible most of the time because it's just one that I'm the most familiar with, and I know that a lot of people are like not into that book at all and very triggered by it and very much against like hearing it, because the thing is that we have a history of abuse done with religion, and that's a very real thing. But I want to give back the power. I want to, because it's the word of God. There is spiritual power in the words that are written, and if it's at all possible in whatever way it's in my power, I want to give it back to human beings so that you can again like connect directly with the divine, make the words that are written work for you instead of against you, and really restore that relationship that should have been there to begin with. I know that in the United States there's been history of like colonization, just weird religious happenings happening here, and has really caused a lot of trauma to a lot of people. But the words that are written originally came from positive spiritual instruction and were meant for our good and not to harm us. So I want everyone to be able to access, and you can use this for any kind of sacred text. It might be from your family, from your ancestry. If it has started to work against you, you can always restore that relationship between you and the divine and really make it work for you again. So if you are in front of a computer, look up Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28 is Deuteronomy is the fifth book of, no, fourth or fifth, I don't even, I think it's the fifth book of the Bible, but this was like really ancient, from the time of Moses, and what it is it details a list of the good things that will happen if you listen to God and the bad things that will happen if you don't. And this was almost the first time there had been times when the leaders of that society had received the spiritual download before of the like the Ten Commandments and things like that. But this chapter, Deuteronomy 28, is a very explicit detail, and it's probably the most clear as far as the law of attraction. You can really use this chapter to see where you're at, because the first 14 verses are the blessings that will happen to you if you're doing all the right things. And the way that I understand it, when they say like if you obey the voice of God, it's everyone has that divine connection. Everyone has a spiritual part of you that is yearning for union with the divine. Everyone has that. And that part of you knows everything that you need to do for your life. That part of you really knows, like, should I marry this person? Should I take this job? Like, that part of you knows these things. And that part of you does speak to you in a voice. Sometimes it's a quiet voice, but the more that you listen to it, the more that you will hear it. And so when it says, like, if you fully obey the word of God, it is always that voice that you were born with it. Like, no one can, like, put it into you. It is already there. It's innate. Because what happens with human beings is that we all came into the world, we're all born with a dream. And maybe most of us, most of us know what it is as children. And life does get in the way. We are in a very, like, regimented, very corporate society where the rules of reality that are presented to us are presented for a reason, because people want us to believe that nothing happens for a reason. It's because, like, if there is nothing within us that we can hold on to, if there's no divine, there's no hope and no faith, then people with power can get us to do whatever they want us to do. And that is important to know. So look at the book, look at the chapter Deuteronomy 28. First 14 verses are the blessings that will happen if you are doing the right things. And then the next, like, and I printed it out, I had like 1 page of blessings and 4 pages of curses. So just so you know, like, our minds are much more apt to dwell on the negative. Probably 7 times more likely. I think scientifically it's like a positive thought you need to say 7 times to delete the impact of a negative word. So they gave the curses in excruciating detail. I'm not even going to read them because, like, I'm just not going to try to put that into you. But the way that you use it would be to, like, literally print it out on a piece of paper or put it in a Word doc, whatever, Google Doc, and read through it. And for every verse, like, okay, like, is this happening in my life? Is this manifesting in my life? And if so, like, do I want this? Do I not want this? The blessings go into every area of your life. I will go ahead and I will read the blessings because I want you to have all the blessings. So I'll read the blessings, and the curses follow the same format. They also attack every area of your life. So here we go. So it shall happen, if you listen diligently to the voice of Yahweh your God, to observe to do all his commandments which I command you this day, that Yahweh your God will set you on high above all the nations of the earth. So that means that you are going to be, like, when you walk in spiritual reality, you are living kind of above the material, above the mundane, and you are able to reach, like, higher levels of achievement, and the things that might even seem impossible to other people, you're able to access them. All these blessings shall come on you and overtake you if you shall listen to the voice of Yahweh your God. You shall be blessed in the city, and you shall be blessed in the field. So wherever you go, it doesn't matter where you live. You could live in the city, you could live in the country, you're going to be blessed. You shall be blessed in the fruit of your body, the fruit of your ground, the fruit of your animals, the increase of your livestock, and the young of your flock. So it's interesting that they put children along with like your crops and livestock, but it's all life. So you will be living an increasing life. Your family will be prospering. You'll be like having more children, having more and more prosperity, more material prosperity. Your basket and your kneading trough shall be blessed. You'll always have enough to eat. You shall be blessed when you come in, and you shall be blessed when you go out. So no matter where you go, good things will happen. Yahweh will cause your enemies who rise up against you to be struck before you. They will come out against you one way and will flee before you 7 ways. So you're going to win the fights that you end up in life. Yahweh will command the blessing on you in your barns and in all that you put your hand to. He will bless you in the land which Yahweh your God gives you. When you're doing the work you're supposed to be doing, you are going to receive blessings. Everything, like we're supposed to get paid when we work, like that is the thing. Like, and sometimes when you're self-employed, like it doesn't always happen that way, but it's supposed to happen. So that's that kind of thing. If you're working for an employer, like they're going to pay you fairly. You're not going to get exploited or screwed over, things like that. Yahweh will establish you for a holy people to himself as he has sworn to you, if you shall keep the commandments of Yahweh your God and walk in his ways. That one I don't understand necessarily what it means, but it sounds good. All the peoples of the earth shall see that you are called by the name of Yahweh. They shall be afraid of you. So people will see you as being some kind of a divine hand on your life, and people will be intimidated. They will respect you more, that kind of thing. Yahweh will make you plenteous for good in the fruit of your body, and in the fruit of your livestock, and in the fruit of your ground, in the land which Yahweh swore to your fathers to give you. This is like multiple generations of blessings for people. Yahweh will open to you his good treasure in the sky to give the rain of your land in its season, and to bless all the work of your hands. You shall lend to many nations, and you shall not borrow. So it's even as far as like things like climate change. They're saying back in the ancient scriptures that is actually controlled through spiritual reality. I don't know if we're going to actually, as human beings, like prove this true or false in our lifetime, but I think that it's worth it. I'm going to go with a short story. I was in a, this is the SGI, is a Buddhist organization. They had like a youth performance on one day several years ago, and it was scheduled to rain that day, and everyone in that organization, they were all praying like for the rain to not happen like during the event so that everyone could get there. And I remember that when I got there, like it was fine, the weather was like clear and everything, but then as soon as that performance ended, the rain just poured like crazy. It was almost like it had been held back, and then just like all came at once. So I am not going to say that we can control the weather, but I'm kind of saying that we can control the weather. So take that for whatever you will. Where was I? Yahweh will make you the head and not the tail, and you shall be above only, and you shall not be beneath, if you shall listen to the commandments of Yahweh your God, which I command you this day to observe and to do them. So this is about social status and hierarchy. There are always people who are very successful, who really reach the top of their field. They're always saying there is plenty of room at the top. It's really on the bottom that you are having this like hard fight and struggle for survival. But when you reach the top of whatever it is you're meant to do, there's no competition. I keep hearing that over and over again. When you're doing what you're meant to be doing, there is no competition. You will reach the top, because you're the only one who's meant to do that thing in that exact kind of way. Which I command you this day to observe and to do them, and shall not turn aside from any of the words which I command you this day to the right hand or to the left, to go after other gods and serve them. So then after that, it just goes into like 4 times as long description of all the curses that will happen. It also attacks every area of your life. It could be health, it could be your wealth, your family, enemies, not being able to reach the top of your field, like being like just at the bottom and being oppressed all the time. And people have, like, in real life, like you might be in any one of those situations right now. So print this out, print out Deuteronomy 28 and like look at this, like which ones of these things are happening to me, which ones of these things are happening in my community, and then like universe help, like make that prayer, make that contact with your divine, because you are going to be able to begin to shift those things. So that is what I have for you today. Hope you make it a great Monday, and be blessed and manifest everything awesome. See you guys later.